To all you heathens out there saying I can't dress, you're right. You're right. I've been sleeping. Catch me in 30 days. You can't say it again. You won't be able to say it again. I just had to start with that because I heard that too many times over the last month or 2 months. And I hear y'all. I've been in the house. I'm coming back outside. Y'all can't speak to me when the summer hit. When the summer hit, y'all can't speak to me. I'm
Who
gonna leave it there.
who said that?
It don't matter. It don't matter. They know who they are. They probably watch this too. This is episode 51 of the Rhythm and Rhymes podcast. I'm your host, AJ Hughes, soon to be best dressed. I'm here with my co-host, Antonio Hughes. It's been a while. How's it going? How are you?
I mean, I was talking about the La thing, but I guess just paid for that today. For school to be over, it's kind of crazy. I've already been here a full year. It's starting on May 28th, I believe. So I'll be in Indy, all back and forth between Indy and Chicago. So that'll be pretty decent.
You
Yeah,
gonna go to I don't even know the women's team out there. The Fever. You gonna go to a Fever game?
to be honest, just because I feel like, it's Caitlin Clark and since I'm gonna
Aaliyah
be out
Boston?
there. I forgot about Aaliyah Boston. They might be kind of decent then, low key.
Bro, it's funny. It's crazy because she was on South Carolina last year and they played against each other in the championship. And now they're about to be teammates.
Did you see all the things Diana Taurasi was saying about her, bro? She was hating.
She was hating, but it was one of those things where it's like out of context hate.
No,
It's
it
out of
wasn't.
context
But
hate.
in context hate, because it was multiple different hates. Like there was multiple different times where she was on an interview. She was on mad halftime shows and different stuff like that for the Final Four and the whole women's tournament, to be honest. And then there was multiple times where they asked her about Kayla Clark and she just kind of pushed it off or said she's not that good, basically. And I'm just sitting there like, if she come in the league and give you 40, I'm gonna remember that you said this. Cause you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. That was
Yeah. Indiana Fever. I want to come to Indy this summer. I definitely want to come to Indy this summer if I can. I'm moving this week. Once I'm done moving, I'll be able to plan my summer. I've been stressing myself over this trip and moving, but I want to go to a game. I ain't been to a WNBA game since we went to a Chicago Sky game like mad long ago.
yeah,
But
I
I want to go
remember
to a
that.
game this summer. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. But this week we talking rap beefs. We are talking rap beefs, and I have a theory. I'm gonna have a theory every week, but I got another theory on rap beefs. J. Cole. I feel like everybody or anybody watching this probably already knows what's happened. What do you think about what's happened so far? I want to know what you think about J. Cole trying to diss Kendrick Lamar and then saying, "Hey, that's it. That shit ain't sit right with my soul, bruh. It ain't sit right with my soul."
It right with my soul that he went up there and said that. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about like all the rap beefs I've seen and how many times like if one of these niggas would have said that, just said sorry and I'm gonna take it off streaming services and stuff like that, how like little I would think of them rap wise. Like it made me so mad because I was hearing people say like they went back and listened to it and the album didn't sound the same. And that's how I felt. Like the first day when I first heard it, I was like, oh yeah, no, this is gonna get crazy. Like Cole coming out really shooting. And that's one of the things I said in the last pod was that I really wanted Cole to shoot. I wanted Cole to go at him. Of course, I know Drake is going to drop something because I felt like with Kendrick and Drake, it's real beef. They have something else going on. But like with Cole, it was like it didn't seem like there was real beef with them, but it's still like you're trying to be numero uno, you're trying to be the number one. You got to step up to the plate at this point. But to me, I feel like if you can't sit there and just see it as rap and be like, no, I'm just better than you at rap and be able to leave it at that, and it bothers you that much to say I'm better than you, I'm the best rapper. I think that highly of myself. Then how could you be the best rapper to me? Like you don't even have the to me, it felt like a lack of self-confidence in like, yo, I'm standing on this. I am the best rapper. I feel like I do this the best. You've been gone for so however long. Like even some of them lines that hit really hard on the first listen didn't hit as hard the second time. And then one other take I really liked that I heard was that J. Cole's For Your Eyes Only sounded like To Pimp a Butterfly. And when I went back and thought about it, I was like, it kind of did sound like he was trying to imitate this style or trying to get on that introspective stuff. So it's like, how could you sit here and say some of these things now. Like, it's just it all seems like a farce, bro. It just seems false at this point, bro. Like, it's just crazy to me. I don't know.
I don't agree with the, I'll respond to that second point, and then I'll say what I think. I don't agree with the fact that For Your Eyes Only sounds like To Pimp a Butterfly. I think the themes of the album are completely different. I think the theme of the second of For Your Eyes Only, I really like that project actually, and I feel like he took it from the perspective of, if I'm remembering it correctly, somebody in jail speaking to his daughter. There's a couple
Yeah.
records on there with that, and that is nothing like To Pimp a Butterfly. Some of the messages throughout are similar, which is just that's just Black trauma. It's like you're gonna have it's like the same problems, different hood. It's just gonna come up. So I don't think that's a fair argument that people have, especially with the production sounding way different. And J. Cole did all the production on his beat. So I don't necessarily agree with that, but you could make the argument that they were both trying for this introspective type of rap, which I mean, they've both kind of been in that category their entire career. So say what you want. But I think both um wait, okay, we're good. It's still going. I think that Kendrick has taken the approach in his career after Good Kid, Mad City, that I'm making art. I'm making art, right? Like I'm not making rap that is to be compared to any other rap. I have an idea in mind. I can rap, I'm gonna do so, and I'm just gonna put out whatever comes out of it, and it doesn't sound like anything else. Like, To Pimp a Butterfly doesn't sound like anything else, which is why people say they don't like it as a rap project, or it doesn't look like it's not like, the purpose of that album was not to be, like, charting on Billboard, clearly, you know what I'm saying? Whereas I feel like a lot of rappers end up, like, trying to sound like other people or trying to fit into a category or trying to make a sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake does it better than anybody else, but you hear the influence of what he's listening to when he's making stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare at this point where he's, like, innovating on a genre. You know what I'm saying? I feel like early in his career, he was one of the pioneers or one of the better people to do the singing, rapping thing, but you could argue people before him did it better, like Ja Rule. Well, not better. They did it. Ja Rule did it. You know what I'm saying? Nelly did it. Like, that whole genre, it was a thing, but he sort of, like, innovated and made it better. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do anything new per se. He didn't do anything unique per se. So I feel like there are a ton of artists fitting into these categories, whether it be him doing the dance album, whether it be him doing like the UK drill shit. Like, he's not doing anything new. He's doing things that are already out there and doing them better than everybody else. Where I feel like Kendrick is like he's mixing genres and doing unique new things. And so to me, it's why there is no comparison. That's why there's no comparison with Kendrick to me, because he's doing things that nobody can essentially compare to, whereas Drake is doing UK drill. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing Afro beats type records. He's doing dancehall type records. He's doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's in the category. And J. Cole is doing what I would consider to be traditional hip hop rap, which is why he is somewhat compared. So like I don't like so in this whole big 3 talk, it's like if now we're in the category, like Kendrick comes back into this hip hop rap thing and does it, like he wants to spar, you know what I'm saying? The control verse. I'm here, we're rapping. I'm rapping against y'all. Somebody rap against me. Niggas came back with records, nobody fucked with them. Didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So if J. Cole is now going to throw his hat in there and now like be a part of the competition and is gonna spar or do whatever, it's like, yes, you are comparing to somebody else, and that is fine. I feel like him saying like, yo, that shit felt corny. It felt like I was being like influenced by the people around me to do so. It's like that's what happens when you're in a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're playing basketball, you have an opponent. Like that's how it works. That's the competition aspect of it. So for him to say that, it's like then you can't even really like, I feel like that's just the essence of hip hop, to compete. Like, that's what it is. So to get like, damn, like, I don't even wanna do that. It's like, then what are you hip hop is it hip hop anymore? What is this? I don't know. I don't know. It was very confusing.
Yeah, it definitely was confusing. Like, when I saw it, I was like, I don't know what he got out of this or what he thought this was finna do, or if he thought it was noble for him to throw his white flag. But it was just like, bro, I wouldn't even say that like first person shooter, some of those other records at first were like strong, like, oh, I'm going at Kendrick. But he definitely says some stuff that might make you raise some eyebrows. And the fact that he already don't like Drake, that's gonna make him want to spar. And then when he sends a shot at you, you shouldn't feel bad for sending one back because it's rap. It's not like they was gonna really have a problem, really fight, anything like that. It's rap, bro. But I don't know. Cole just that was disappointing. It was really disappointing.
So I'll ask you one more time now that this has happened. Does Drake respond?
Hmm. I think Drake responds. I don't think he's gonna for some reason, I don't feel like he's gonna drop just one record. It's gonna be on like the course of like a little project or something like that. I don't feel like he's gonna make it just like a actual just him and Kendrick going back and forth. I don't feel like that. I don't know.
If he does that shit, I don't want it.
Really?
I want a record. I want one song
Yeah,
at
we'll see.
Kendrick. I don't want a subliminal. I want a one song at Kendrick, or I don't want it.
Right. No, I mean, I get that. I get that. I feel like they haven't. He's Drake's been in that battle mode, so I could see him doing it. But I don't know. At this point, it hasn't shown any signs of him being like, "Oh, I'm gonna drop this record." But I guess we didn't know he was gonna drop back to back. We didn't know he was gonna drop Charged Up. Like,
But it says a lot. It says a lot. It says a lot that you'll do that to Meek, but you won't do it to Kendrick. It says a lot. That's all I'm gonna say.
it's a different opponent, bro. Different opponent.
So this goes into, I think, part of my next theory. My theory with hip hop rap, I mean, with beefs and like rap battles now, I don't think it can be done anymore. I think we're at a point now where it just can't be done in the way it used to be done. And partially because there's too many ways to speak to each other now, right? And this is, I'm gonna get into Wale and Meek as an example of this, right? Like I don't know if you saw them going back and forth yesterday. So Wale took a picture with somebody that Meek has beef with. Don't know why he has beef with this person. Don't know who this person is. I could really care less. But when I see beef, I think rap. I want Wale bars. You know what I'm saying? Maybach Music beef. These niggas beefing. I want those bars. But I just don't see it happening. Meek responds with a tweet storm at Wale saying, "Oh, I could have got you touched." Saying all this stuff. And I think it's valid to say like now because they can post about it on Instagram. They can post about it on Twitter. They can post about it on YouTube. They could go on Instagram Live. They can go and do an interview. It's like before, I feel like what made the rap beefs like substantial is because they were speaking to each other on wax. You know what I'm saying? Like on the actual rap song. Whereas now, if you say all of this on Twitter and then go rap about it, it's like you're just saying things you already said. And so it doesn't hit the same. And so that's why I feel like because and not everybody does it this way, right? Like Drake's not tweeting back and forth. Drake's not doing the Instagram thing back and forth. So it can happen, but it's just less likely to happen or it's less likely to hit the same. You know what I'm saying? Like there are rappers out there, I think in the niche genres that could still make it work, right? Like I would still love a Digga D Central C beef, a rap beef. You know what I'm saying? I would love that. Don't think it's gonna happen. But that situation, they're not speaking on it in public. They have tension. They can rap about it. They're subliminal. You know what I'm saying? If you're not speaking on it in public and y'all are just rapping about it, I feel like it makes the bars hit better. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see the city girls rapping back and forth, but they're beefing. They're just gonna talk back and forth. So that's why I feel like the rap thing is just like it's not the same no more.
Yeah, I feel like they send small shots. Like, I mean, even JT and Glorilla had some little tension and they were just tweeting about it, but there was certain lines in certain songs where Glorilla had talked about JT or talked about the situation they had. But I do kind of agree with that. I never thought of it like that. Like you're kind of giving up all your points beforehand on Twitter or on Instagram, or you might even DM this person and y'all DM it back and forth and then you post the DM type thing. Yeah, I never even thought about it like that. Wow, I never thought about it like that.
I think it's just a thing of the past at this point. I just don't see it being and that's why I'm saying it's not it doesn't have to be this way, right? Like Drake and Kendrick don't tweet and they don't really like it like you may get an Instagram caption, but there's no name in it. He's not directly speaking to anybody. Drake may go to the shop and say something, but even that, it's like that the beef ended and he went and spoke about it on the shop. He ain't even rap back. He ain't even rap back. He went to the shop, right? So like
Maybe
I don't
maybe
know.
was that the moment it changed when Drake did that? Was that weaker than J. Cole going on stage and bowing out? Which one was worse,
No,
bro? It
no.
wasn't? Because he did send one back at least. He did have at least one record to him.
Yeah, I just don't see it being the same from now on. I just think that we're at the point now where it's like, I don't know, there's too many ways to communicate now, where it's like a rapper is like, and we talk about this in other ways, but like rappers are less like before you only saw them in certain areas. They go for the interview, they would show up at the game, and then they would rap. You know what I'm saying? Now they're doing interviews, they're on Kai Cenat stream, they post it on their own Instagram. Like they're everywhere. They're personalities more than they are just rappers. So it's
Yeah.
like, how think about how many people you don't like in real life or you have a problem with, like, in real life, and how many different ways you could potentially talk to them or how many ways y'all have communicated. I've I've definitely been yelling at somebody through the phone. Nobody knew about it. I've definitely tweeted back and forth with somebody, not that I had beef with, but it was like, "Bro, you're an idiot." You know what I'm saying? Like, I've definitely had a ton of different interactions through a ton of different mediums, where I just don't think the rap diss record, they don't treat it the same. So it's like, if you're just gonna throw a subliminal on your next project, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah, no, I get that. I understand that. I agree with you though. I want him to directly shoot at him, but I don't know if we gonna see it at this point. Because I mean, I just thought, cool, cool.
I feel like Wale I want if out of all of these, I want Wale Wale to diss Meek, because Meek has no legs to stand on. Freak Mill has no legs to stand on. I feel like it's an easy line with the room. I want that one, and I don't think Carisha could out-rap JT in any day. So I
No,
don't want that one. I don't want that one, but I would love a JT diss.
no.
I
I
would love a
think,
JT
I
diss.
think, I think Meek is gonna. Meek can still rap. We still gotta do the G Herbo Meek thing. Cause I have
Oh,
20
yeah?
for you.
I forgot.
I have 20 for you,
Okay.
but I, bro, I do think Wale is gonna beat him if anything, because Wale is just a better rapper, to be honest. But people sleep on Meek, bro. Like I feel like Meek really be having bars. Niggas don't hear it. Niggas don't hear it
I
no more.
agree.
Cause yeah, bro. Yeah.
I agree, but he's not better than Wale, and he's not better than G Herbo. G Herbo is one of the most underrated rappers of all time. Yeah, of
Of
all time.
all time.
Of all but I'm thinking, like, if you alright, let me cook for a second.
That never
Think
go. I
about
never.
think about it by cities, right? Think about it really by cities. Like, you got New York, the Mecca, obviously. You got LA, they got their Mount Rushmore, they got their list. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta has become that the third coast, you know what I'm saying, over the last 20 years. Chicago never had that. But Chicago's one of the biggest major cities in the US, and they're responsible for so much of rap. And so if you look at their Mount Rushmore, you got Kanye, you got like Chance,
Common.
Common, you got Common, but
Chief
then
Keef.
who have Ch Chief Keef. But I would even, if I'm putting it in order, it's Kanye, Chief Keef, and then Chance,
Juice. Juice WRLD.
I would put G Herbo over Juice.
You think it with 5 more years, G Herbo would have been better than Juice?
We're not speaking on ifs.
Alright, bro. No, you got it. I hear you. No, you got it. I understand.
For the sake of your argument, yes. For the sake of
Okay.
your argument, for the sake of your argument, Juice WRLD probably would have been one of the biggest rappers right now, like Pop Smoke. Drake, like those two were like, they were gonna be the ones.
Yeah.
But like G Herbo, Chief Keef is known for the drill, but it's like you have to also acknowledge those other people who help with that drill sound, like a Lil Bibby, like a Lil Reese. You know what I'm saying? Like a G Herbo. These niggas
Do you
ushered in this sound. And then he came back and he's rapping better. That's what I'm saying. That's why I look at it, because he's on his second. It's like Lil Durk. Lil Durk's on his second go. But
do
I
you
think G
think do
Herbo's
you
on his
think G
second
Herbo
go.
is a better rapper than Lil Durk?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you that too. I'll give you
I think
that
they
too.
do two different things. I think they do two different things.
Okay. Yeah. That is true. They do be calling my nigga Chicago Jay-Z, you know.
That's what I'm saying, bruh. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna do that Meek G Herbo thing pretty soon though. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta find my 20 because I got like 30 of them right now. I gotta narrow it down. But
I probably got a
next,
solid 20.
okay. Next, I want to get into producers blurring the lines again. You know what I'm saying? On here, we always talk about like the diaspora collaborating together, different parts of diaspora collaborating together. And I feel like I'm seeing a lot of it in the news. And it's been fairly interesting to me, right? First, I want to start with M1 on the beat. He's one of the biggest UK drill producers at the moment, right? And I just read a short article. He did like a little interview. Um, Basically saying that his next chapter or what he's working on right now is house music. He's been collaborating with Skrillex, who's a name we keep seeing on here, like randomly popping up in obscure ways, whether it be with SARS in the Afrobeats lane or doing some reggaeton or something like that. And something that they noted in the article was that there are similarities in in the production styles. One, UK drill is usually between 60 to 70 BPM. If you know anything about music, that also means it's 120 to 140 BPM. It's the same thing. They fall on the same line. So there's the BPM, and then they also said some of the sound choices and the sample choices. He noticed that when he was working with Skrillex, they were tending to lean towards sounds that sounded similar. And so I think we need more of this. You know what I'm saying? I always say like the way that music goes is wherever the producers is taking it. And so if like some of the bigger drill artists are now leaning into that house sound, like we've been talking about it on here before, Central C doing the Fred again stuff. We've I feel like there's been a couple other ones that we've mentioned, even on my piano, which is a type of house. You know what I'm saying? The Big Fat Machine record with Stefan Don and Fabio Foreign. Like, I just see this being something that keeps going, and I'm excited for it, you know what I'm saying? I like M1 on the beat a lot.
Yeah, I think it'll keep going for sure. Like you were saying, we talked about like Baby Keem's record too. Lil Yachty had one. I remember he did one, but I think it'll be a good thing to see when they start really mixing with different artists too who are in that rap lane, but could really be doing it on other beats. Like even Gunna, like having Gunna on some of those records too. So
You think Gunna could how many drills records has Gunna been on?
mm, I don't think he's been on a lot of drill. He's done some stuff with Dirk, but I feel like he would more fit in that Afro beats, like, kinda that type of BPM, that lane right
Yeah,
there, but I don't know about how he would sound on drill. I've never really thought about Gunna on drill, to be honest.
right, right. That, drill and house, one lane that could go, and I think, the next one that also fell in this category for me was, Russian, the producer that we brought up on here a couple weeks ago, Jamaican producer, free world boss, you know what I'm saying? Uh, frequent collaborator, but he just put out a record with Raul Alejandro and Ira Star, um, a reggaeton artist and an Afrobeats artist, which I think is worth noting just because we know the dembo beat, or if you don't know, the dembo beat is global. You know what I'm saying? The reggaeton beat is essentially based off the dembo beat, the dancehall beat, a lot of that dembo, and the new Afrobeat sound is predicated off of that beat too. So there's a lot of intersections there that many artists aren't taking advantage of, and so this record is actually really fire. I think this will parlay us into the music. I don't know if you heard this, but I really like the record.
I did hear it, and I do think it's good that they're mixing. There are some
Oh,
other
it's
guys
called
like
Santa, by the way. My bad.
oh, no, you good, yeah. Santa by Russian Raul and Irish Star. But, like, even when I heard, Boobaloo by Feed and Rema, that was the first time that was one of the first times I was like, "This could really be one of those sounds that's really different," where you're having an Afrobeats artist mixed with a reggaeton artist. I think it sounds really good. I think Rema, even on his newest project, that was D&D, right? The EP. That's what it was called?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but I feel like he has some reggaeton-ish sounds on there, like, I feel like the bops are kinda the same with certain songs and certain artists, and I feel like they'll mix really well, like, I feel like I would love to hear, like, Adekunle Gold on some stuff like this too, like
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully I think Russian's in his bag right now.
yeah.
He just did the Dirty Money rhythm, which everybody was hopping on. Fam, I heard that fucking beat like 15 times this weekend. I was so tired of hearing it, but he's just been in his bag recently. You know what I'm saying? he's a great producer. I wanna hear more of what he's got to put out, but I wanna get into new music, you know what I'm saying? I think, um, let's start with the smaller stuff, and then we could get into Tiller, Miko, and we'll end with J. Cole if we wanna end with J. Cole. I don't know how we're feeling about J. Cole, but, first, I wanted to get into tested, approved, and trusted remixes by Burna Boy. Um, I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed with these releases, and only because Nicki Minaj, um, she teased the remix. She teased the remix with this song, and then we just never heard it again. And then he does a version with Prince Swanee, and then he did a version with the Major League DJ. So it was an On My Piano version of the song. And then he put out the music video, right? The song is great on its own. I didn't particularly like the Major League DJ On My Piano version, and I could have done without the Prince Swanee version. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. I didn't really need it. But I was disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is just an attempt to repurpose a record and keep the the buzz around it. But I wanted the Nicki Minaj one. And if we weren't gonna get it, I didn't need any of it.
Yo, what's up with Nicki, like, not clearing verses, bro? Like, I would need a new body too. I still be searching for that on SoundCloud, bro. She had I don't know if she was supposed to be on Deli with freaking Ice Spice, but there was, like, a version with one of her verses on it. I don't know if that was
There was a
her.
version with her on Deli.
Yes, bro, it's crazy. But I
Mm,
don't know if that was, like, somebody put the verse on there or she rapped on it and then it just never came out, but I heard it on SoundCloud multiple times, so, I
yeah,
mean, I don't know, but
yeah.
yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, I didn't even get
I
to hear
don't.
this, but
I think this. You know what? I could. You know what probably happened, and I would have to. The video's probably gone now. But what probably happened is she posted the teaser, and people wasn't fucking with it. That's probably what happened. People wasn't fucking with it. I didn't read any comments about it. I didn't see anybody talking about it. But why else tease it and not put it out? And then he followed it up because personally, if I'm thinking marketing wise, he wants this record to go off at Trinidad Carnival or at Carnival, period. You know what I'm saying? That's why initially he put Nicki on it and now he put Prince Swanee on it, who's from Trinidad. So that's my initial thought. He wants this record to go off at Carnival, right? Like if you listen to the lyrics and stuff like that, that's the idea. So I feel like that the only thing that makes sense is she puts a verse down and either she doesn't like it or people are online saying they don't like it before it comes out. And she's just like, I don't want to put it out again. Because why would he deny it? It doesn't make any sense.
yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Is what it is. Also worth noting this that came out this weekend. The Calm. Well, it came out last week. I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday. The Calm by Chris Patrick. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to this, but what I'll say about this project, I thought he tried a ton of different sounds on here, and it was cool. The whole thing was cool to me, but the intro on that song is like that's like the warm up J. Cole, like, "I'm hungry, I'm trying to get paid." Like, that was one of my favorite, like, rap songs I've heard in a very long time. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed the intro, and then that Slide on Me record that I played on here a little while ago, that was on there as well, and then there was another song on there that I liked, I'll give it to you in a second, but I enjoyed the project. It was cool.
I did hear it, I listened to it this morning, but, I like "Take Time for Yourself." I thought he was trying a lot of melodic stuff, which I wasn't expecting, so that was, I guess, a pleasant surprise, but I definitely think Imma have to listen to some more because that record and then, Heat of the Action was pretty good too, but
Yeah. I
yeah,
liked
bro.
Barcelona. Barcelona was cool.
Mm, mm.
Um, yeah, I thought it was worth noting because that intro is crazy. That was one of the craziest intros I've heard in a while. You know what I'm saying? I love when a rapper like sets the tone like that. That shit was crazy. I had it on repeat in the airport when I was sleeping on the floor. Um,
Mhm.
get into that another time. I was on the floor all night. What else we got? Um, if you like On My Piano, DJ Matt First put out another EP, Ask and Receive EP with TNK Music. There's a couple records on there that I thought were pretty dope. He collaborates with a lot of different people that I like. And the one song that stuck out to me was, damn, bro, I'm so mad I don't speak that language, but it's called Id Lozy, featuring X Duppy, Mellow and Sleazy, and then um, damn, Yums, Lama Crazy, Scott's. Yeah, there's too many people on this record. Whatever. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of collaborators in regards to On My Piano, but that was my favorite song off the project, and Um, I just like I said, I just listen to it when I work, so a lot of songs maybe don't stand out to me the most, but when they do, I'll add them to my likes.
Yeah, that's actually the song I had liked too, because I listened to that project before class.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. What else we got? What else we got? Bryson Tiller. I still have not I wanna listen to it, but I wanna just sit down and listen to it. I haven't had time, but I know you did. What did you think of the self-titled Bryson Tiller album?
I thought it was really good to be honest, compared to like I liked the anniversary, but this was good to hear him get back in that bag for real. To me, like there was a lot of records I liked off of here. I feel like his songwriting is something that people not even take for granted, but kind of I guess they don't put that stat on his jacket to me or something like that. But I feel
Mhm.
like that's not something people talk about with him is how good some of his songs are written. I feel like the song with him and Victoria Monet was really good. Like that one has a lot of replay value. And I feel like that's the other thing I really liked about it. Like I feel like it had a lot of replay value overall. I would probably say I like No Thank You also, Random Access Memory. That one had kind of a like one of those Philly beats kind of in the middle, but then it was kind of spacey too, like that had a lot of switches in it. And then yeah, I mean, I just like to hear it honestly. I heard a lot of R&B this weekend outside of like just hearing the J. Cole stuff, and that was one of those things that I was definitely tuned into. Like I listened to the whole thing while I was doing Girl Bub one day. I was on this really long road. Sun was real beautiful, forest all around me. So I mean, it was a good vibe while I was listening to it too. I think that might have played into it, but I think it's a good project. I think it has some replay value, and people can definitely add some of that to their playlist. But
Do you think
yeah.
it's better than Anniversary?
Mm, I gotta listen to it some more. I feel like Anniversary didn't have like it had really good songs on it, but I don't feel like it was like I feel like
It
it was
wasn't
maybe
groundbreaking.
yeah, it wasn't groundbreaking, and it was kinda like I almost wanna call it single heavy, but I don't remember exactly what was the single. Like, I feel like Sorrows on there is really good. Out of Time.
Inhale. I love Inhale.
Yeah, Inhale.
Inhale, exhale. I don't remember the rest of it. That shit, hey, that's a yeah,
Yeah, no. No, but that Out of Time was on there too. Like, there were some good records on there, but I feel like this might have more replay value for me, like, as far as, like, amount of songs I would go back and listen to again, so
I think Bryson Tiller bro, you to have a classic as your first album, you will never follow up. You will just never like, unless you're him, you and even if you're him, it's like the follow-up to top the classic, it's like, some people still think Good Kid, Mad City is Kendrick's best album. A lot of people think that.
some people say, "Damn," honestly. I've heard "Damn" a
Some
lot.
do.
Yeah.
Some do, but would you say the consensus or the majority of people you speak to would agree with that? Or do you think most people would be like, "No, Good Kid, Mad City is the one."
If I'm being honest, bro, I think the age gap, even if it is a 3-year age gap, I think my generation of people would say, "Damn," and yours would say, "Good Kid, Mad City."
Really?
Honestly, yeah, and Good Kid, Mad City has a lot of stuff on it, but I feel like
It
people more so know, like, Damn at least is the newer one, the one that they can remember the most. I feel like Good Kid, Mad City, I mean, it has what, swimming pools on it, what
Backseat
the
Freestyle.
Backseat oh, I don't know. Maybe
I
I don't really know to be honest. I feel like we should go do this one time. Let's just go poll some people and ask them what they would think.
we
But
should. Money Trees, Poetic Justice with
mm.
Drake, funny. Um, what's the J oh, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe with Jay-Z with the feat. And then, yo, Now or Never is one of my favorite songs ever with Mary J. Blige.
Yeah,
I
bro.
love that song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a hit, bro.
Um, but yeah, Bryson Tiller, it's like the conversation surrounding him, it's just always gonna be weird and, uh, interesting because you dropped a classic and then you dipped off for 6 years or whatever the fuck, so, like, I'm
Mm.
excited to listen to this album, but I just don't know if people are ever gonna, like, speak about him how they should.
Yeah, I think the other thing that bothers me is like everybody saying he dipped off for 6 years when he dropped the project in 2017, which that was the one everybody hated. But I want to go back
I
and
think
listen
she
to it.
love me.
Yeah,
She want me her something. That bum ass beat. That beat is so bad. It just sounds like that beat is just mixed so poorly. Like, I feel like the record has so much potential, but if you go listen to the beat and how it sound, like, it just don't sound like I don't know, whatever.
It sounds like shallow Afro beats, bro. Like it don't even
Yeah,
sound
yeah,
like
yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. There you go, there you go. But Imma give this a listen. Um, all so Young Miko dropped her debut album. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to it, but I listened to, I would say 60 to 70% of this, and there's some songs on here that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I think that Young Miko and Feed, correct us, please. Please do. Um, they collaborate crazy. They had that one record, Classy 101, and then they got a song on here too called, I can give it to you right now. It's called Offline. I really like that song. ID with yeah, Wale. Oh my god, how do you say J's in Spanish? This is fucking with me.
You said how do you say
Joel and
what?
Randy. It's just a J's or just J's, right? Joel?
I think
Joel.
so. Yo, well,
Yoel
something like
Yoel and Randy. Sorry. Sorry. Yo, my mind just had one of those brain fart moments. ID with Young Miko and Yoel and Randy, that's a banger. That's already in my Serato when I'm DJing and stuff like that. But I made it about 10 songs in, and it's 16 songs. So, I like this for her debut. The intro is crazy. Um, there's a beat switch in there. I love a beat switch. And then the second song, um, Arcoris, Arc Imma learn Spanish. Imma learn it, but that song is fire.
you gotta have back on Duolingo or something, bro. I've been getting my little weekly thing in, but Duolingo, I feel like it don't help me that much
At
at all,
all,
bro.
bro. The Spanish been kicking my ass. It been kicking my ass. I swear I know what I'm saying, but I don't. I don't.
Yeah,
Did
bro.
you
I
listen
mean,
to this?
I heard some of it. I did think the single sounded better in the in the flow of the album. Like I really liked ID when I heard it in the flow of the album. I like
Mhm.
the song with Fed, like you said. I thought some of the other records were decent. Like Fuck TMZ was pretty decent. But I
Yeah.
need to listen to that end, honestly.
Yeah, I want some more collabs with her, though. She's crazy. Her and, what's that record she got with, is it Chulo? Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Chulo Part 2 with Bad Gal and Tokischa.
Hmm.
Have you heard that song?
I don't know. I might have. Oh, you have played this for me, yeah. I did see this. I think this might have been my song of the week one week for bullshit.
It might have been. It might have been. But yeah, no, that record's a bop. But yeah, I'm gonna give this more of a listen. But this and I will say I wanna listen to the Doja Cat EP. You saw that?
There
Did
was
you
some shit
listen?
on there. There was some shit on there. Yeah, bro. I was just turning on different music all weekend. Like Doughboy dropped a project too. I don't really want to talk about that because it was just Doughboy, normal Doughboy project. But you know, Doja had them first two records on the she because she put it as like disc one was the new project and then disc two. So disc one, like the first two, three records sounded real good off there, but I was still bumping through most of that J. Cole stuff that day. So I wasn't even trying listen to it that heavy. There was bro, it's just, there were songs on that J. Cole project I read back 2, 3 times, and I was like, "Oh, these are hard, bro." Like,
You wanna get into J. Cole?
ugh. We don't have to, but
No,
we can, bro. I mean,
I listened to the whole thing.
yeah.
So, like, what on here, what stood out to you? I mean, if you wanna talk about the beef, you can, but, like, in terms of just rapping, like, which of these songs were your favorite?
I like PI a lot. I'm a big I like Daylight. Daylight had a project when I was in, like I wanna say it was, like, my freshman or sophomore year of high school, and that was one of the projects I really liked because it's just, like, really witty raps. Like, he reminds me a lot of, like, I don't even wanna compare him to Sauce Walker, but kinda Sauce Walker, how he has those, like, really like, you
Ransom?
have to think about it type of bars. Ransom too, yeah, Ransom's a good one. But I like that one a lot. Sticks and Stones was good on there. And then that, honestly, Trey the Truth and Ibiza is one of my favorite songs off there, bro. And then,
Mhm.
what was the song he had with the one with Central C? I really like the one with Central C, honestly. That one has a lot of
Hydra,
replay
bitch.
value. Yeah.
HYB.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. He was talking
That's a
greasy
good
though.
one.
That's the thing. That's what I will say. Like, if it would have continued the beef, I feel like he would have had a strong a pretty strong like first jab. Like I feel like this isn't a bad first jab if we were gonna talk about the beat. But as a project, I like the project, bro. Like it's just like
Yeah.
yeah,
My favorite songs off of here were, I like Ready 24, bro. I love a good soul sample. I don't know if it's like the Kanye fan in me, bro. I just love a good soul sample, and Cameron got off on that. I feel like Cameron is rapping, bro. Like, he's put out 2 projects recently that I was just like, bro, he still got it. Like, the what was the project he put out a couple years ago? It was called oh, yeah, Purple Haze 2. The beats on there? Nasty, disgusting, but Cameron still got it, bro. Cameron still got it. That's my favorite song. I don't wanna dive too heavy into this, bro. I just feel like
mm,
you know when everybody's talking about something, it's like to come in here and just say what's already been said, it's whatever.
yeah,
But I really like Ready 24, Crocodile's Tears was good, and then the second half of 7 Minute Drill, I still fuck with it. I still fuck
yeah. Yeah, it was I mean, it was a good project, like I said, like, there was good songs on there. Objectively, the first time I heard it, like, all the way through, I was like, "This is crazy," but yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was it for new music. I'm pretty sure. Did you have anything else in new music you wanted to talk to, or is that good?
I mean, like I said, if anybody wants to go listen to that, um, Doughboy project, that was pretty
Oh,
good.
really?
Yeah, my guy, but Concrete Boys, they had dropped a little, they dropped their actual project. Honestly, if I'm being really objective, I didn't like it. Like, there's a lot of weak ass raps on there, a lot of whack ass bars. The beats were pretty good. I feel like Lil Yachty is clearly showing he has a favoritism for Caribou because she has mad songs on here, and I feel like everybody else kind of had some songs, kind of had some verses, but it was like mostly her, to be honest, mostly her and Yachty. But I don't know. There was just and there's probably one person on Yachty's Concrete Boys. I just want him to scoot off because that nigga was just annoying me the whole
What's
project.
his name?
It was either Camo or DC 2 Trill because Draft Day was on there bullshitting too. He was doing this thing with his voice and it was pissing me off, bro. I just wanted to turn off the project. But either way, I like Draft Day on other stuff, so I'm not gonna discount Draft Day yet. But the other two were like they had a bunch of weak bars in there. That's the thing that was really blowing me because that's the thing I liked about Yachty in the past year was that he's put out some really good verses and he's tried a lot of stuff. And with this, a lot of the beats, I liked a lot of the beats. Like I think you should go listen to some of the beats on the project. Like there's some soul samples on there I really like. But then you're gonna sit there and you're gonna have to just ignore the raps because a lot of it just does either doesn't fit or it's just not good. Like I don't know. Um,
This week, I'm gonna dive into my little bag, my little nigga bag. I'm about to go listen to All Baby Tron tomorrow. For
Thank you.
some reason, it's just been calling me, right? He's cold, but I feel like, in regards to this project, is put out by Concrete Boys, Quality Control Music, and I feel like this is just one of those attempts where, like, an artist this always happens, and I just think niggas like, if you're an artist, that doesn't mean you should be the head of a label. That
Yeah.
does not mean that. It's like you get big enough that you have enough, like, brand equity to where it's like you introduce other artists, but it's like, bro, like, how many artists have successfully introduced other artists and they went on to have solid careers? Like, you have to be almost J. Cole. You almost have to be J. Cole.
Yeah.
Like, Lil Yachty is not that yet. Like, Lil Yachty has had a great career, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, are you at the point now where it's like your brand equity allows you to bring in, um, Caribou,
The funny thing is
DC2 Drill? Who are these people? Who are these people? When you start having to start numbers and extra letters in your name, it's just like, who are you?
Yeah, yeah, nah. I feel like Caribou is funny though, because last thing I would say is I'm pretty sure she was Yachty's assistant before he just had her start rapping. So that's why when I first heard her stuff, I was like, damn, she just kind of came out of nowhere. Where Yachty get her? But you know,
Whatever.
whatever.
Last thing I wanted to talk about was an article I just saw on Music Business, worldwide. Spotify leans further into artificial intelligence with new AI playlist generator, which turns text prompts into personalized song suggestions. I'm not gonna read this article, but the headline gives you a ton on what they're introducing. And I need to, and I'm saying this more for me. I need to stop BSing, and I feel like what the differentiator is between like people online now, it's just going to be how unique can you be and how much of your personality can you put online.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be. It's how much of you can you convey online via text, video, audio, whatever format, on whatever platform. How much of you can you effectively communicate online? Because now that there's so much AI allowing you to generate video ideas, allowing you to write scripts, allowing you to edit video, allowing you to make playlists, allowing you to like, there's so much AI. It's like there is no personalization in regards to like you. Yes, you get to put the text in and it'll probably take from what you've liked. But in terms of like music curation and music recommendation, that shit is getting lost. It's like we're just Spotify is now the new DJ. And if you really like, I know one person who works in coding at Spotify, and I would never put that nigga on the aux. I would never put that nigga on the aux. So I feel like we have to take it into our own hands and go and be able to like we have to be able to consistently put out playlists. We have to consistently put people on to new music. Cause if we're not doing it, that nigga is.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like also there is still ways to use AI to, like, expedite workflow,
Yeah, I'm
but
not saying there isn't.
yeah, 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 but I do feel like what's gonna make you stand out is having that personalized feel, and I think I even watched a video about how people are kinda getting tired of, like, really cookie cutter content and, like, the content that's, like, really, I guess, microwave content or whatever,
Right.
and people are looking for those more, like, organic, like, natural, not over edited videos, so I feel like it's gonna be a little bit of a change in how we get jobs and how we get noticed and stuff like that and get recruited. Just all that type of stuff, bro. And, like, there's definitely gonna be a change, bro. Or the change is already
100%.
happening, bro, but yeah.
100%. I think, bro, I'm not gonna do this at the end of every episode, bro, but I'm just very excited about where I'm going. And yeah, I feel like day by day, my picture gets a lot clearer and I'm just doing more and I'm just ready for bigger stuff. I'm ready to do more and do bigger stuff. And I'm just thinking differently about how I'm approaching everything. Like, I don't I'll tell you about the job thing after this, but like I'm just excited for what we have going, bro. I'm just excited for what's stuff is happening. And I don't know, I haven't been super excited about stuff in a long time. And I just get more excited about this as I'm doing more. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, songs of the week. What you got for us?
Well, I'm gonna thank your coding friend at Spotify for this one. I heard a project by an artist, a new artist for me at least. Her name is Tia Gordon. She released it was like an EP. It was called With Love X. I like this project a lot. Like she really gave me Cleo Soul vibes with this R&B project. So I definitely heard that. But the song I picked was Suitcase of Memories. I love this song. Great songwriting on here. And then I guess since I talked about the Doughboy project, I'll give up Fanned Out by Doughboy. I feel like he's one of those rappers who he'll try to he kind of reminds me of Ja Rule with the way he'll sit there and try to harmonize and stuff like that. It's like you don't sound good. You sound really rough when you do it, but like it works because you got some reverb. But yeah, we're gonna go with those two, Fanned Out by Doughboy and Suitcase of Memories, Tia Gordon.
Um, Worth mentioning very quickly, I think it was interesting that now that I know what UX UI design is, um, they are now not putting the credits of like who's putting out the projects in the mobile version of Spotify. Like, are you on? Oh, your phone's recording. But if you go to an app, I mean, if you go to a project or a single on Spotify, you scroll to the bottom, you used to be able to see like released by Quality Control, released by Interscope. You can only see that on the computer now. It's no longer on the phone.
Why did they do that?
Um, I think too many people were digging. I think like because you know the how people are saying like artists are getting signed and they're remaining front facing independent until they hit a level of popularity and then they announce that they signed to XYZ.
Yeah.
Um, I think that having that information just available to anybody on the phone, like, it does play into conversation a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And so, I think for them to take it off of there where the majority of people are using Spotify, I just think is interesting. It's like it took up this much space on the page, so, like, they took it off of there for a reason is all I'm saying. We don't gotta get into why, but I just thought that was interesting. Um, songs of the week for me, I'm giving y'all 2 because y'all can't tell me what to do. My Story by Plumpy Boss. Don't know who this nigga is. Song is great. Um, it's a vibe. Shout out to the person that gave me the song. And then Court Seats by Russell and Jake One. Um, I think I just have like I don't know. I think we've just been overstimulated, if that I think it's just been overstimulated with Russell content and music. So, like, a lot of times I feel like I find myself unconsciously tuning him out because he's putting out an album every week type shit. And it's just like nobody can listen to that much music. But when I seen that he did a song, 3 records with Jake on this most recent project, um, I went and listened and I liked it. I liked it. It's a good song. So, Court Seats by Russell and Jake One, and then My Story by Plumpy Boss. Um, yeah, that's it for this week. We got some stuff coming, you know what I'm saying? The event is finally in motion. You feel me? The event is finally in motion, which I'm very hype about. Um, yeah,
We outside? We outside?
outside, outside, you know what I'm saying? Outside, Duval, stand up. But
Dude.
yeah, when they do that, I fucking hate it.
No,
I
bro.
hate it.
Every probate I went to, I heard that, bro. Every time somebody would be like, and I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. The whole gym going crazy, bro. It was so funny, bro. But
Shout
whatever.
out Duval. But yeah, event is in motion. I'm gonna tell you about that when we get off. But yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Peace. Peace.